The weekend starts now. The redesigned 3-row GMC Acadia. Now everyone can get the GM employee discount on most 2020 GMC SUV models. Use it to get nearly $7,300 total value on this Acadia Denali. We are professional grade GMC.
Hey everybody, my name is Marcus Fife. I'm the worship pastor at Polaris Christian Church, and last Thursday we made the decision to suspend our services for at least the next couple weeks. A lot of us are going through everyone in America and the world is going through this coronavirus spread and trying to keep it at bay, and so we decided to suspend our services to help with that effort. So that began a mad dash to get live streaming capabilities at our church, something we should have already been doing. So what I want to talk about today is the app we are using to get our live video feed to the internet. It's actually a pretty cool app, and it helps you create multi-camera angle video switching for your live presentation. All right. We use an app called Switcher Studio. It's just the app that we landed on. I'm sure there's probably other solutions out there, but this is the one that we liked. All right, so I've got my iPad here. We're going to open up the app Switcher Studio. Okay, we have two options when you open it up. And first off, you have to have this iPad connected to the same Wi-Fi network as all of the other iPads that you're using as camera angles, okay? What I mean by camera angles is I've got an iPad set up right there, right behind the guitars there, and that's gonna be one camera source, one camera angle, and I've got another one up there by the drums, and there's another one right there, okay? So that's gonna give me multiple camera angles for the broadcast or recording, okay? So we have two options with Switcher Studio that we're worried about right now. You got some other stuff down here, don't worry about that right now, okay?
He's starting to shed, isn't he?
All right, so you have to create an account, and there's a free trial, but after that, you can look up the pricing and kind of make your decisions there. Get the app to try, you might like it, okay? So once we have Switcher Studio open, we have the feed from this iPad right here that you're switching stuff with. And we also have a plus button to add more cameras. These things right here are called multi-views. You can add cameras together. Worry about that later, okay? Let's get some different cameras plugged in here. So we're gonna tap this plus button. We're gonna tap input. And if your devices are all plugged into the same Wi-Fi network, if they're all connected to the same Wi-Fi network, you should be able to see your iPads, all right? Now what you have to do to get that to happen is, first off, you have to go to the specific iPad that you're looking for and make sure that you are running Switcher Studio on those iPads as well. Okay, so we're gonna use remote camera on this guy. So it should show up on the switcher screen. If it doesn't, it's going to give you an option to type in this IP address here. So make sure you get to this screen here on all the iDevices that you want to connect. All right, same thing here. Do the same thing here. Okay, now we're going to go back to our main switcher. So we're gonna hit our plus button. Hopefully we got some sources. Okay, plus button, inputs. All right, we've got a couple of things showing up. iPad. Okay, there's the source. All right, so that's the one by the drums there. I have a fisheye lens on there, so it looks pretty cool. Okay, inputs. All right, so it's, so we might have to select other and type in our IP address. Okay, so this has an IP address that I was recently using, so we're just gonna tap that. All right, there we go. So that's the one by the guitars over there. Okay, so this guy over there is being pesky. So let's find out what the IP address is, because I don't remember. .106. Everything doesn't work perfectly smooth, but it's pretty good. Okay, inputs. .106. So we're gonna do. All right, that's one of the frustrating parts. The other thing is getting your live feed set up. That's tough. Use Google for that one, because I ain't gonna try to go through that. So anyway, we've got all of our camera sources set. Okay, all these angles right here. Looks pretty good. So let's see here. One thing I like to do is change the transition so it's not so choppy. So when I switch cameras, it's not like blip, blip. And we're gonna use cross dissolve right here. Okay, this little menu right here.
You need to plug it again, brother. You know, on cross dissolve.
Design right there. That's a transition menu. Okay. And then use cross dissolve.
There you go.
And now we can get some nice fading action going on. So we're up in the sound booth now, and there's a couple of things that I want to talk about. First off, we'll talk about getting your projection to be able to feed to Switcher Studio. You could just point a camera at the screen down there, but you're not going to get a very good picture. So our solution, and pretty much everybody who does this, I'm sure, who wants to get a projector plugged into your Switcher Studio app, is going to use this app called Switcher Cast, right? So you can download it from the App Store if you're a Mac user, or you can download it online if you're a Windows user. They also have a Windows app. I don't know very much about it, but I'm sure it works, all right? So this is pretty much the only thing that opens up when you first open Switcher Cast, and really this is all you need. I haven't used anything else. I haven't tried to see if there's anything else in the app. This gives you a list of video feeds from your computer, all right? So if I wanted to, I could use the FaceTime camera pointing at me. I don't want to do that. So this, it just so happens that this display 2 right here is the feed that we are sending to our projector. So that's what the slides are going to be, all right? So this app sends the output right here through the network, all right? So as long as you're on the same network that your other cameras and Switcher Studio is connected to, then you can pick up your projection, all right? And the other thing that I wanted to talk about is in order to get good sound, live sound, you have to pretty much make a special mix just for live. We might get there eventually, but my solution for the time being was to get room sound from a microphone or a stereo microphone placed downstairs. I'll show you that in a second. But if you combine the room sound picked up from a microphone with a dry feed from your soundboard, if you mix those together, you get a decent sound. As long as, you know, obviously your soundboard mix sounds good. So what we're doing is, honestly, I'm just taking the headphone out because we hardly ever use the headphone out. This is just a straight up house signal, okay? So we're taking this out of the soundboard, and there's a really, really, really long headphone cable that goes here and down through the floor and ends up at a room mic down there, which I will show you. Okay, so we have our headphone cable, which plugs in right here. I've got a left and a right, okay? So I used a splitter cable. All right, so I'll show you that real quick. All of this is like last minute stuff, so it's not gonna be ran professionally. Give me a break. Okay, here we go. Okay, this is the soundboard feed, okay? So this is the end of that cable that I showed you earlier. Really long extension cable, okay? Just a regular headphone size cable. And we're plugging into that adapter cable, okay? It's got 2 rings around it like that, okay? That gives you a left and a right. So we're gonna plug that back in. Back to our room mic. This is a Zoom H6, all right? So it's got a bunch of features. I'm just gonna go over 2 of them, okay? 1, it uses room mics, which are right here. This is a stereo room mic, okay? Now, if we combine this set of stereo room mics with these, with this right and left feed from the soundboard, and we can balance those together, you get a pretty good room sound, or you get a pretty good mix, okay? All right, so we've got the Zoom H6 right here, all right? So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to use the little rocker button to go down to this little USB looking symbol right there at the bottom, okay? And we're gonna scroll down to audio interface. Audio interface, all right? I'm gonna stereo mix, and then we're gonna use iPad using battery power, okay? The only downside to this, well, one of the downsides is that you can only run it on battery power when you're using an iPad. Because we're using this USB out, mini USB out, to send audio, and we can't, as far as I know, power this device at the same time. So anyway, we've got our 2 signals right here. As you can see, the mics are picking stuff up right now. If we had something going to the soundboard, you'd also see this signal meter lighten up, okay? So what you want to do is just use these top knobs here. This one right here controls the stereo mics, and these 2 right here are going to control the input from the soundboard. So once we have our levels set, you can use a little headphone out right here to kind of hear what it sounds like, get your levels sounding good, and then we're going to use this USB output to go to Switcher Studio. You also need to have, come on, there we go. You also need to have an adapter, okay? So I am using, this is a USB-C connector. Your iPad or iDevice might have a different type of connector, like a lightning, I think, yeah. So this is a USB
Hello?
cable right here, and there's also an HDMI input.
Hello?
What's up, Titus? It's me.
Oh, what's good?
Yeah, this is my business phone, so
Oh, all right, got you.
I'm using my other one as a camera.
Okay.
Hold on, let me stop this
It'll
video.
automatically detect your audio, okay?
So I'm getting a thing where it says error. YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain a smooth streaming.
It's saying error. Hold on. All right, hello. You said it's saying error. What?
Oh, so hold on. Hold on.
Okay.
I just did something and got rid of it. Hold on. Now I have excellent connection. Never mind.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's how it goes.
No, I wanna you got an iPhone, right?
Yeah.
All right, because I'm gonna do this add source. Let me see how that would work. Desktop screen. Or you have an Apple?
Say it again.
You have an Apple?
I mean, I have an
Yeah, what's your desktop though? Is it a PC or what?
Oh yeah. My desktop is a PC
All right, hold
right
on.
at the moment.
You're on the iPhone now?
Nah, I'm on my regular phone.
All right, so hold on, let me see. Open Switcher Studio on your additional iOS device. Hang on, tap device name as sources. Tap. Nope. Go back to sources. Connect by URL. Okay.
Excuse me.
Into cameras. Nope. Not that. Okay, I'm in the wrong thing. Hold on. I think this is where I need to be. Okay. My guest host from this device. Mute guest audio by default. Time used. Sends the audio and video from switcher to your guest. Hold on. I gotta figure out how to do this. I think I'm supposed to go to add source. Full screen. Connect by URL. I think there's supposed to be a way that I can send you like a link,
Mhm.
and I don't see how to send. I'm gonna have to. Advanced settings. Hold on a second.
No problem.
I wonder is that because I'm on YouTube? Because I'm actually streaming right now. I've been streaming for like 19 minutes.
Oh, okay, all right. And you're trying to send me the link that you're streaming from?
Yeah, but how would I send that?
On YouTube, under the part where you said start streaming,
Mm-hmm.
there should be like a thing where you can share it, or like
Okay.
like copy the web address type of thing.
Okay, hold on. All right, I see it.
Yeah.
Let's see. Copy. And I should be able to send like an email or something.
Yeah, you can send it to an email, or hold on, I'm gonna send you a message. I'm gonna text you a message from this iPhone. So I guess you could just respond to that with it.
Yeah, but my phone is a camera
you're
right now.
the phone to record. Shoot, that's right. Yeah, just send it to you can just send it to my email or Messenger or something like that. Either one will work.
Hold on. HTTPS. I'm gonna get out of that. Which one is it? Gmail? Titus Farrow at Gmail?
Yeah, that'll be fine.
All right, let me see if this thing actually sends the email. Let's see. It's Twitter, Twitch, Facebook. Shoot. You got it?
Yeah, I got it. Yeah, I'm looking at you.
You said you're looking at me?
Yeah. Oh yeah, see, that was me just telling you that I got it. Go. I will. All right, yeah, that's that latency I was telling you about. Oh yeah, see, that was me just telling you that I got it. Go. I will. Yeah. So it's like I say it's like 10 seconds or something. Let me turn this down.
Sharing a private message to. I'm trying to share this thing on, but it's not allowing me to. Let me cancel that. Post to Facebook.
Yeah, man, you doing it, man.
Shut up, Titus. But I lost my other camera.
So the camera that I'm looking at is which one? The phone?
That is my tablet.
Okay, all right, that's good. And that's the one with switcher on it.
Yeah.
So you could put up the little the icons and all of that.
Yeah, like I just put up the yeah, it's more than 10 seconds, I think.
Let's see. So you can put up the little the icons and all of that. Yeah. I see. Yeah, I just saw you do the homegoing celebration.
Yeah.
Yeah. So maybe that's more than 10 seconds. I don't know. I gotta yeah, it probably is. Look like maybe it's like 20 or something.
I'm trying to get out of this.
I gotta see. Do something else and let me know when you did it.
Just took that out.
All right. just took it out and put something else there.
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, it's like 20, 21 seconds.
I wonder if there should be something that talks about latency, right?
Yeah, but I think I looked all of that up, and I think that's just how it is. I could probably look up something for Switcher Studio or whatever that might help with the latency. But when I was doing it for Kaiser, I think I had already looked that up because I was like, man, it's a latency. How can I get it, to be quicker? And I can't even remember if Switcher had like some inner setting or whatever that I could change up.
Well, it does. I mean, it shows you at the beginning when you're starting your stream.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, I think all in all, after I looked up everything, all in all, it was basically just like there's going to be a latency. That's just how it is. But maybe there's a way that you can shorten the latency. I can try to find out. You said when you first started the video, it said something about the latency.
I'm gonna switch the camera views. Let me know what the delay is. I'm gonna do it in 3, 2, 1.
All right. It just switched.
How long was that?
It was like 22, 23 seconds.
So it was like 20-second delay.
All right. Yeah, it was about 23 seconds, 22 seconds, around that amount. I even saw you saying 3, 2, 1, and it switched it.
Okay.
Like even when I'm looking at church, and I'm looking at the stream from church on Facebook.
Yeah.
And then I switch and I start looking at the stream from church on YouTube. It's like always they're always not at the same time.
Right. Yeah.
So maybe it could be a YouTube, Facebook type of thing.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's going to be a delay because you got to understand you're sending from Switcher to YouTube and then YouTube puts it out.
Yeah, hold on 1 second. Erica, can you please help her? She's eating, she's in the bathroom. All right. You said there's going to be because you're doing it from Switcher to YouTube and then from YouTube to the person. Is that what you was just saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's true.
But I'm just going through this because the lady, man, for the funeral on Wednesday, she wants to be able to get like a code. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you said she wants to be able
to get like a YouTube code and be able to put that out so people can actually click on that link and watch. So that's why I'm attempting to set this up.